So for you Amazon influencers who probably noticed that a lot of the sounds and music from your videos, content that you'd uploaded on the Amazon Inspire feed have been stripped of the audio, and you're wondering what happened, I'm going to tell you the legal reasons why that's happened and what you need to do prospectively going forward, especially if you're a part of any ongoing paid campaign by Amazon influencers. If you're interested in knowing what's that all about, stay tuned for this video. Hi, my name is JJ Gott. Really quickly, if you're new here, I call myself the content creator attorney. I help fellow content creators decode the laws related to the creator economy, including Federal Trade Commission disclosure rules, brand deal terms, and just the laws that impact social media and the creator economy generally. So if you're interested in that sort of content, I want to invite you to subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell, share this video, share this channel with other fellow content creators in your sphere so everyone's in the know. Anyway, now let's get to it. The reason why your music has been stripped, most likely than not, is that even though you are aware that Amazon has had for a long time the policy that you are not to repurpose content from other platforms such as TikTok and Instagram, including the watermark of those other platforms and any pop cultural music or sounds that you attach to your videos when you upload on those other platforms, download them or however you do it and bring it over to the Inspire feed. Amazon has looked the other way. So whoever in Amazon had decided to let it scroll by, realized, and we all got the notice sometime in June that they're going to be not allowing that to go forward anymore. Because I think what happened, most likely than not, is that the musicians and their friends and family probably noticed that their songs are actually in the Inspire feed. And they probably contacted the publisher houses and said, hey, are we getting paid for this music that's on Amazon Inspire? And most likely than not, no, because there's no license. If you don't know, when you upload and use music on those other platforms, the reason why you can do that is because those platforms had negotiated with the major publishing houses. So Sony and Universal and all the different music positions. And the pursuant to those agreements is that you can only use it on those platforms. That's why sometimes if you try to download a video from Instagram, for example, it'll strip the sound from it. So people know how to get around that. You can share it to your stories and download it that way. You can screen record it, use a third-party app to put the sound back on it. Now that Amazon has most likely, and I'm just speculating because I don't know for certain, if that's the case, been contacted by these publishing houses, they most likely had to pay a huge fee for this, unauthorized usage. And that fee that they paid probably was a lot of money. So they don't want to pay more. They probably have to pay for all the stuff that's been on there in the past. So prospectively, they're just like muting everything and informing you all going forward, do not put music. What I think is going to happen is they actually are going to end up having to negotiate some sort of deal with the publishing houses because Amazon and whoever looked the other way to allow them know, like how you know, and I know as a creator, that a lot of times it's the music that creates the aesthetic. It's all part of it. And I've been scrolling through the feed and I'm listening and watching, and it's not the same. Like, it's not the same because a lot of those videos really do need the music. And the only sound that you're hearing now is usually the sound from people doing either AMSR or folks who are just doing voiceovers without music. And that's what you're going to have to do if you are part of a campaign currently or in the future with Amazon for the foreseeable future. Like I said, I do believe maybe right now, maybe in the near future, they are going to negotiate a deal with the publishing houses to allow you to keep popular music or have maybe a library of popular music, maybe. Until then, until you get news and word, your best bet effort, especially if you're part of a campaign or some sort of effort that's going to sunset soon, is go ahead and take all those videos off because they most likely didn't get approved, or even if they get up, they're going to be stripped of the sound. And without that sound, it's just not as effective. So you might as well try to do AMSR or voiceover or something else that's like, that has the same sort of feel, but without the songs and music. And I know you might be saying, well, I use Epidemic Sounds. Now, the thing with Epidemic Sounds is that there are a lot of artists that actually license out, allow their music to be on things like Epidemic Sound, which is like this, where you can like license out to use this, non like popular music. The issue is sometimes when those artists blow up, they retroactively go back and strip their music from Epidemic Sounds, and then that impacts your content wherever you placed it. And then that also would impact Amazon or whether app platform that you put it on later on. And they don't want to deal with that hassle. Even when you use apps like InShot, for example, it has a library of sounds. And you probably heard like for years and years and years, really, really common music. It's a copy Creative Commons zero license, meaning that you don't have to attribute it to anyone. It's the easiest form of content out there, meaning no one's attaching ownership to it. It's a complicated term, but we're going to talk about that in another video. Even those apps that have that free music that you've heard forever, I don't think you should put it on. And Amazon is probably not even have the ability, or maybe don't even have the technology like what YouTube has, for example, which is a content ID system that automatically, it's not a manual thing. There's not a person over at YouTube reviewing this. The minute you upload a song, the content ID identifies the music. And I know sometimes people use things like SoundCloud, which essentially SoundCloud would speed up songs or slow it down or remix it. And they get away with having popular music that way. The technology is advancing quick enough that they're even identifying, they're even taking notice of when it's been slowed down and sped up. So just as quick as we find ways to circumvent the rules, the technology is catching up with us. And so because of that, and I'm not sure Amazon has it, I think Amazon's like, we're just not going to do any sound whatsoever. And they're stripping the sounds. So this is just an FYI for you. And that's why you subscribe to this channel, because I keep you in the know. And if you are a content creator, I want to let you know this video is sponsored by my new package of legal services. So you can go to jjgack.com/creator legal, and you can get a whole package of all the legal documents you would ever need. My motto is be ready so you don't have to get ready. So for example, I have to do a power of attorney. I have another packet for family, and I have to quickly develop one, and I could either look for one online that might be complicated, or I could just use this one from my package of services. And if you buy my Creator Legal, you get a steep discount on my family legal. And it's better than using ChatGPT, because ChatGPT is not going to be customized. You're not going to know you're getting it from actual legal attorney who's like looked at it or reviewed it, but it's easy, you can understand it, and it's great stuff. So I highly recommend, if you are a creator, or even if you're not a creator, to download this package. You can't beat the deals. If you were to hire an attorney, they would charge you about upwards to $1,000 per document. So you're getting all these documents, you can't believe it, for like one low price. And then if you buy it, you'll get a discount on my family. It's a deal. It's a steal. That's what you should do if you're taking this seriously. And especially if you're making money as a creator, you need to protect your profits, protect your asset, protect your intellectual property, protect your content. And so you take it seriously, because having your legal house in order is important. All right. So I hope that's helpful for you. Again, if you are new here, I'm going to invite you to subscribe, hit the notification bell, so YouTube will let you know when I upload a brand new video. And again, this video, share it with fellow Amazon creators, and save this video for later on if you forget it, and tell your family and friends who are content creators that they need to subscribe to the channel, because there's no one else on social media so far that's doing this service for you. So that's one way you can repay me. Do that and buy my packet. All right. If you'd like to know more legal how-tos, I have playlists, lots of playlists here. So I want to invite you to binge all my playlists, but you can start with this one right here that I'm going to place here, that's going to give you some more information and insights.